how do I free myself completely from my toxic family when they are unintentionally doing these toxic things? I really want to have them with me in my life, but I don't know what to do with their toxicity that they don't know about, that they're doing, that is destroying our relationships. The best indicator of future behavior is your past behavior. The best indicator of somebody's future behavior is their past behavior. The best indication of how somebody's going to act in the future is how have they acted in the past. Do not get trapped in la la land. How many of you ever, those of you who've ever been in a toxic relationship, you know what I'm talking about. You get trapped in la la land. One day they'll change. One day they'll be better. One day they'll treat me better. The fact is, if they haven't treated you better now, or yet, it's not going to happen one day. Because here's the fact, most people are not open to change like you. You ever realize that? You ever realize most people are more defending their construction of reality, not questioning it, breaking through their reality? You ever notice anytime you try to suggest a suggestion to somebody who don't want to be open, they're closed and they retaliate, they attack you back? Yes or no? So just awaken to this revelation. The only thing you can do in this moment is you got to begin to now own you, heal you. Because what do toxic people all have in common? Very good at being difficult. That's their world-class skill. You ever notice toxic people know every button to press to get you triggered and then some? Yes or no? Sometimes they trigger these buttons. You're like, I didn't even know that was a button in me, right? Like they're so good. That's their expertise. That's what they've been trying to master all their life. You ever noticed that? Right? Sometimes I'm amazed. If I look back at my past, I'm like, wow, that person really brought out the worst in me. I didn't even know I can even become that. Yes or no? So remember this. They're world class. So therefore there's a great saying. Mark Twain once said, never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and beat you with their experience. Let's be honest. We've all been guilty of trying to argue with difficult people. You're dealing with freaking experts. You've got no chance. How many of you needed to hear that, by the way? The only thing you should do is know what is their number one weapon. Number one weapon, triggering you. How are you triggered? Your wounds that need healing. That's your soft spot. Anyone begins to press upon that soft spot in you, you're triggered. And when you're easily triggered, you now easily get manipulated. You ever noticed that? When you're easily triggered, you get easily manipulated because you're not in control. Your survival mind, fear, anger is in control. You're in what's called the out of control state. You're not in control. Hence why you begin to do things that you regret later, right? So write this down. If you're easily offended, you're easily manipulated. If you're easily offended, you're easily manipulated. What you must do, therefore, is not be so easily offended. All easier said than done. I get it. So what must you do? Look within and see where it's hurting. And observe why. Why does it hurt me? Because it's never really what somebody's saying to you that's offending you. It's actually what you're telling yourself. After they stop talking, that's what's offending you. Why, you may ask? Because nobody has ever been offended by a statement that doesn't apply to them. True? So that means if somebody's saying something to you and you're being triggered, you best look within because you're making their statement apply to you. Why? It's just like if somebody says to you, you got purple hair and you don't have purple hair. You don't have purple hair. You'll be like, thanks, I guess. You're not going to be offended, right? Because you're like, I don't have purple hair. But if somebody says to you, you're a horrible human being, some of you tuned in might be triggered. Why? In the first occasion, you're like, I didn't have purple hair. That's why you're not triggered. In the second occasion, think about it. Why are you offending yourself? The reason why you're offending yourself comes down to this. You had an insecurity within you, and that existed long before somebody else opened their mouth to say that to you. Wake up and realize the difficulty is not actually outside of you. It's inside of you. And you got to do the healing inside of you if you want a form of protection from very manipulative people. Because they will target your insecurities, the ones you don't even know you have. How many of you needed to hear that, by the way? This is why it's so important you do the healing, especially in LMA week 2, when we're working through this, right? Because one of the biggest benefits we hear from a lot of individuals on board LMA is they can't believe how much they're able to change their response in back to toxic people. And by them changing the response, the relationship begins to unfold totally differently in their favor. That's the power here.